Hello everyone, hello. Usually I have something here, but we are going to do what's in my bag, but this is for packing for my infusion. Sometimes it helps to see what other people take with them to medical appointments. So half of this is going to be like what I usually carry in my bag. I'm going to start with that. I carry pretty light because I am picking up my son and running to the grocery store, like the main two things, or a store to pick up something. Usually I'm doing a pickup type order because I, for the most part, don't go in unless it's super early in the morning, right after dropping off my son. I'll run and pick up something real quick. So I'm going to start with that. And the bag I use for that, we're going to see if these fit on my screen here. But this is the Coach bag that I believe Megan Rhiannon recommended. And the moment I saw it, I was like, yes, that's like my go-to. This is the Coach Cary, Cary, smaller one. Let's see. That's the number there. Usually that helps. I love this thing. I wear it as a crossbody to keep my hands free. And yeah, let's just put like what I usually fit in here. So yeah, I mean, it's small. So, and it's held up so well. So what I usually put in there, and I have like kind of a bag off screen here, is like the very basics. So I have a Bagoo bag that I got as a gift a long time ago. And then my mask, of course, for someone who my immune system is very low. And then I have my phone. I'll put that there. My new phone. And let's see, my wallet. What else? And my glasses. And then I'll kind of go through these. These other things in here are kind of extras. Oh, and then this represents my keys, but I just have my AirTag on my keys there. And then, okay, so this is pretty much all I take. Glasses I need like driving. So I have these in here. These are prescription sunglasses now. And if I've mentioned that in a recent video, I was like, wow, these just help me see so much better. They have polarization on them. But they, I don't know. I feel like wearing them outside whenever I'm outside, it helps so much. And I'm like not squinting so much. Yes, and I have an AirTag on my keys, but I also have one in my wallet. I keep one inside the zipper part here because you never know. You never know. Love my new phone. I still prefer using this phone that I'm filming on. So this is my filming camera now. The camera is so much better for doing close-up, but this one I love. I got a case off of Amazon. I can't do Apple silicone cases. The feeling just kind of weirds me out a little bit. Anything kind of silicone. I don't mind like cooking with silicone. It's just when I'm handling it with my phone, it's not good. So yeah, these are like just the basics, just running in, putting a few things in a shopping bag if I need to. Yeah, this is like the basics. But if I want to go a little further, and I found, because I bought this wallet more recently, I found this wallet fits like absolutely perfect in this top. I mean, they're both Coach, so it just fits so well in there. I was very pleasantly surprised. So I have all that stuff with me like always. But when I'm going to an infusion, the one thing that I do let me like demonstrate this a little bit more. So I definitely need my phone for watching videos and things. And sometimes I bring my laptop. I am hooked up to it right now. It's a MacBook Air 13-inch. And that can usually slide into one of my bigger purses. So I do have two bigger ones. The one I've used the most is this Kate Spade one because it stands up. When I'm getting my infusion, so I know this is kind of awkward. A lot of people do like what's in my bag, like on a bed or on a table or that you can see their face, but this is how I'm doing mine. Because this has so many pockets, I took everything out right now, but it has a pocket and a big pocket and I'll have my organizer in there, and then another one that has pockets that are close to the top. And I do find that because I can sit it there and I can put things in here, I can do it one-handed. Usually my right arm is hooked up to the machine and I can only grab things left-handed out of a bag. If I were to do that with a slouchy bag, it would be really hard to do that. I do have actually the bag that, what is her name? Tori on Paper. She has the black one, but I actually have the brown version of that one, and it's much newer to me, and I love this one too. This one is a Coach as well. I'm going to try this one at my infusion this next bit. Let's see. There's the number if you need to see it. But it has the organizer in here, and so this is an empty organizer. It's just a felt organizer. I use this one in all the same. I just take it out. Here, I can take it out. And put it in any kind of, these are about 14-inch bags, like all of them are. So I can just move this from one to the other. It's really easy to get out of the Kate Spade one because it has a really wide opening. So it's usually one of those. The Kate Spade just is easier for me to operate. So I usually like just take out the organizer and move it to that one. So yeah, I got this a few years ago on Amazon, and I just love keeping things organized at the bottom of my purse. So what I put in this one then is this is my on the go, let's see, I'll lay all this stuff out. On the go planner. This is my big battery bag, or I use my small battery because I'm sitting there 4 hours. I have corded, earphones. They're not Apple ones, and I'll show in a minute. And it's really nice to have some kind of lotion. This is just what I have. Something to snack on. This has been in my bag a little while, but it's still pretty good. And then I have some pills in here and some pills in here. And then I have no idea. I think this is super old, but I live in Washington State. I got this for free somewhere. I don't know, but it has like a really good mirror. It's not warped or anything, so I keep that around. And then just resealable Kleenex. Not exciting. I would like to have like another kind of bag sometimes, but this stuff does fit in the organizer pretty well, so that's kind of my bag that I use. And then sometimes I keep an extra. This is made from like a bed sheet or something from a long time ago. A friend of mine was making these, and I just love the print so much. It's so happy. But it has oh, actually this is just the one. Oops, sorry. I don't usually hit my camera. That you actually, in the set of two, you can fold it all up and put it in the little front pocket, but this one doesn't even have the front pocket. So usually I just kind of wind it up and just tuck it in here. So in here, this is my passport, and I have just an empty, like just notes. I hardly ever take notes in here, but I just wanted to keep it full in here. And then I have, let's see, this year's. So I have, sometimes I put some appointments in here that I don't want everyone to see. So I'm just going to fast forward. I'll just skip over those. But as I was mentioning in another one, I have my 2025. Oh, that has a different texture to it. I didn't even notice that. I thought, oh, it's black. This is the old texture here, which is what a lot of people thought the linen would feel like. This is the old kind of booklet, but this is the new onyx. Okay, that's super nice. It's much smoother. I mean, if you're kind of feeling in the dark, you could feel like there's a difference, but wow. Anyway, I have yet to put anything in here, but I'm set for any, like, excuse me, if I go to the doctor real quick and they need to schedule something upcoming. Now, this booklet also has this new spread, so I don't know what I'm going to put there, but it feels really good to have, like, I know I have this to rely on to make appointments, and then I come home and I transfer this to anything that's at home. So that fits like really well in one of the pockets. This has medication in it. I do have some Aleve and ibuprofen in there. I don't usually take them unless I'm having some kind of really awful pain of some kind. But usually I just keep these for family members and stuff. So I have pills in there. Those are more like first aid kit type stuff. My pills, though, in case we're out and about, I have this one for my pills. Like, I usually take them after dinner or like right when we're eating. And I'm trying to look in here to see if there's anything. I don't think you need to know the exact pills I'm taking, but I use this to separate them out because sometimes I don't want certain medications to touch the other ones. I know that sounds a little weird, but I have some heavier medications that if I need to repurpose some of the ones in here, or possibly like it's a vitamin I want to give to somebody else, I don't want it covered in the dust of my other, I mean, I don't know when I'm giving a vitamin to anybody, but you know, who knows. And then I keep, this is my lip gloss. This is local. It's called Island Time. And it's made on Orcas Island up here. And very much, they come in packs of like a whole different range of flavors. And this is huckleberry. They have like chai, vanilla, they have mint, they have blackberry and cherry. I think cherry. Anyway, check out their site. They have this cute little pack if you ever want to try them. And then I have my, this is watermelon, Touchland, that I use. So those go in here. And I use those more frequently. And so that kind of fits in this other pocket here. And then usually, like I took this big power brick. This is just an Amazon find. And it has, like this is charged up here with the blue lights. And it has the USB-A, I believe, and USB-C. And that other little mini flat one here. And so I keep just the cables in here because I have a USB-C phone now. My old one was Lightning. So I just want to make sure that I can charge it. I don't think that button turns it off. Let's see. Yeah, I think it just stays on because I'm not getting that to turn off right now, but I will double make sure. It's held to charge really well. I didn't need it in this last 4-hour stint. But I also have this little one by Anchor. I don't know if they sell this one anymore. They probably have an updated version of that, but that has just a couple, and you turn that on there, and it doesn't have a USB-C, but I have a couple cables in here. I think I put my USB-C one in here if I'm just taking this one, which I probably will next week. Just take the smaller one. And then whatever lotion I happen to have, because it's kind of nice to sit there and just put some lotion on your hands. You have to be careful of smells because there could be other people around. Some of the infusion rooms are just kind of open and they just all have kind of reclining chairs. And you could conceivably like strike up a conversation with somebody, and they could be very sensitive to smells depending on what kind of medications they have. If they're, taking chemotherapy or some kind of radiation type, I don't know exactly. I think it's the chemo that they actually administer via drip. I'm not aware. So correct me if you need to, but I do know there are cancer patients in there. There's all types of different kind of patients in there. You don't know what someone has when they're going in there. There's a lot of Crohn's patients. There's a lot of people who are low on iron. I see a lot of people getting iron. Yeah, just with smells, just be careful. Many times they will have some snacks because you are there so long. The last place I went to, you could get up and go to the bathroom, but you would take the whole infusion with you and roll it with you. I did that on my longer ones. Usually, like when I was on Entyvio, it was a half hour. And so I was there an hour and a half at the most, sometimes an hour and 15 minutes. And you can just kind of get in and out of there. But these longer ones, and this last place I went to, they just unhook me and then I can go to the bathroom and then I can come back. So that makes more sense for this one. And my current one actually has more privacy. Each one of the chairs kind of has its own bay, and you really don't talk to the other people that are there. And I only saw one other person that was there. So I usually stick these as vertical as I can so I can pluck these out. And so sometimes I'll just wedge it in between like that. And and then these, very important. Very important here. This and one of the last things I will show. I love these headphones. These are Bose. I had to order these overseas and they were refurbished because they don't make these anymore. I'm just really careful. I had an old version of these, but what happened was they were plugged into my laptop, like into the side of it, and my laptop fell on the floor and just broke this whole thing. It landed on this plug and it broke it right there. And it made me so sad. So I attached this USB-C to my phone. I did get an Apple version of this, which allows this to control the volume up and down, which can be kind of nice if you only have one hand available. This is the right hand, but my left hand could come over and click it real quick up and down and pause. I think it has pause. And anyway, some of the other ones, actually I could take this one out. This was an Apple one as well. And it controlled that, but that's for my old phone now. So just having these, I have lost earbuds before. I was just picking up my son when he was in like first grade, when he was really young. He came running up to me, hugged me, and in that moment my bud just fell out. I didn't have them both in, I just had one, and I just got up to grab his bag and it was gone. And I checked like my jacket and I checked the floor, but it was inside the school and we never found it. And this was kind of early on in the AirPod days, so finding them, I actually went back within 5 minutes and looked all around, but I think just a kid saw it on the floor and thought it was cool. That's all. They can't really do much with it, but yeah, it was unfortunate. So these I can't lose. They're usually like right there. Sometimes I'm kind of navigating this around the blanket because they put a nice like white thin blanket on you just to keep you warm. But I'd much rather have these and not worry about losing one of them. So to me, that's a very must have. This and some movies on there. Very much. I do have another set of these that I use at home all the time as well. So I usually tuck that in like right here so I can just grab it. And then I don't have like set places for these things. I just kind of put them in like that. So that's pretty much everything that I have in whatever bag I'm taking with me. And then in like the top like little pockets of the bag, I'll have like where my keys go and where my wallet goes, like they're kind of up here in the top of the bag. So, and the last thing I was going to mention is water. So I don't have any of the, what are they called? The Stanley cups. I don't use any of those because I can't have stuff leaking around. So I got this Owala bigger one here. Like this is the standard size. It has some road rash on it. Whenever I'm outside, I get into my car and these crash to the ground on the road and it instantly gets scratched. My phone got scratched. This gets scratched. My other water bottle got scratched. They just... Oh, well, like that's just what happens. Anyway, I like this one a lot because I can sip it. I don't have to tip it. And so I can have it right next to me and just drink like a straw. But what I was finding with this one is it is 24 ounces, but it does not fit in my cup holder. And sometimes it's a little hard to get in and out of the bag as well. But a lot of times I can get this into like my bag because it really is like the length of the bag. I usually keep it upright. I haven't really tested how leak proof it is. And I also got the little boot because I love how quiet it is when you put it down. So anyway, I transitioned to using this one at home and instead I got the other Owala here, which is thinner. And again, evidence that it crashed to the ground. They don't really make boots for these yet. So there was an off-brand that was making them. This one kind of slides off a little bit more, but this fits in my cup holder. And it's a twist top. So sometimes that can be a little harder because I would have to use my right hand to unscrew it. Whereas the other one, it's more of a flip top button. Yeah, this is technically 24 ounces as well. It's just taller, I believe. Anyway, they're labeled both as 24 ounces. Maybe there's less, what's it called? Like, is there a little water in there? Maybe. Less insulation, like less thickness to the insulation. I really love the insulation for these to keep things cold. So water is a must-have when you're getting infusion. It flushes things much better. I'm drinking like multiples of these on the infusion day and the days following. I only really drank a whole lot of water for like 2 days last time. So I'm going to try to drink it for like 4 days and see if that helps things kind of carry through. I was just so exhausted last time. But this seems to be pretty leak proof. And I do like this little handle at the top. This handle for carrying, if my whole bag is full, is really nice. Or using this at the top here. I would much rather. I know it's hard to see on camera here. I will take those if I am also seeing my doctor or I have a bunch of questions or something. I will take my health planner with me and probably take out the small little planner here. I probably only would take one of these. So, and then stick this one vertically in that same slot there. It just sticks up more so I can grab it. But this usually I take on to all my notes. If there's any kind of procedure, that's what I'm trying to think of. If it's something I'm going to be there for a longer amount of time, I do pack like all this kind of stuff, whether it's an infusion, sometimes it's like an MRI or a CT or something like that. Or surgery days, you can pack pretty light because you might not. I guess on surgery days, I do pack a battery. It just depends. Some surgeries, my husband has sat with me, so he'll take my whole bag with him. So I'm not like checking anything in. My hysterectomy, I was by myself, so I had to check my whole bag and my phone and everything in where they lock things up. Because I didn't realize I could have him there with me. So I would pack like just a phone, just my wallet, just my keys, or no, I didn't even have my keys for that one because I knew I would be picked up afterwards. But if you're going in for a surgery, sometimes it's nice to have a long plug with your name on it, like a really long charging cord, or have some kind of battery with you. Oh, I put that on again. Because when you get out of surgery, sometimes you don't know if you need to stay the night. Like a loved one could go back and maybe get some clothes for you, but you usually are in some kind of, gown or something, so you don't really have to worry about clothes. But having a little bag of like a toothbrush, toothpaste, brush, and like a charging cord, very often you could leave your charging cord there, so it might be better just to have like a battery pack. I haven't had to stay overnight. All my procedures, I'm like in and out, like my hysterectomy took a lot of the day, but I think I dropped off at 8 and I got to leave by 5 or 6. But some of the smaller procedures, like when they were diagnosing my uterine cancer, it was like an hour and then like a couple hours on each side. So you're there for like 3 hours ish. It's really pretty quick. Or some of my other surgeries are more minor. But yeah, having charged things is really kind of important. And then having any notes. That's why I've been taking this more often, especially since my husband can take my bag. Is like if I have any notes for the surgeon, they're going to be in here. And I just whip this out and have a bookmark in there and like, okay, here are my questions I have for my doctor right before we go in. Because there's time. There's time to sit there and talk with them about any of your concerns. And I would much rather write down questions the week before of just anything that pops into my head. So, but I don't necessarily need that for an infusion, but I'm just kind of talking about other things like that. So that's been what I've been through. Maybe you have some stories as well. What has helped you with your medical procedures? What has been super helpful to pack along with you? A lot of times I'm just not very hungry, but just having something like that and some water, knowing that I'm going to reward myself afterwards with like a treat or something, is usually what I do. I'm just putting these on the screen a little bit better. Yeah, having my daily medications with me. If for some reason they're like, what shape pill are you taking? What does that look like? I don't know. Sometimes I can forget like how many pills I'm taking, or my medication fluctuates. So I do need to like go in and check my pills in there probably every 2 or 3 months, because things can kind of go up and down, or they add a pill or they subtract, or I'm taking a new supplement of some kind. So, that's pretty much it. Nothing fancy, but I thought I would share. And I get to pick which bag I'm going to put this in for Monday. Again, I love the new bag, but this Kate Spade is just going to make things just easy And I'm not seeing anybody there except the nurse and maybe one other person, like 2 nurses. This is not shopping at the mall. It's not showing up somewhere looking really nice and cute. The other thing, actually, I will talk about real quick is like what I wear. I try to be really comfortable. So a lot of times it's sweatpants, sweatshirt. With a hoodie, I love a hoodie, but I have to have it off when I have the, sorry, I'm tapping right here, when I have the IV in. So I can't really wear anything long sleeve on that side. So having like a jacket that zips down the front, so you can open it on one side and just maybe drape it across your shoulders can be really nice. But most of the time you're kind of just in a recliner type seat. And actually the recliner, I noticed this last time, had a USB charger kind of built into had an up and down button on it instead of the last Infusion place. It was just you pushed back like a regular recliner. It wasn't motorized at all. So this one's a little nicer, but it has its pluses and cons. I felt better supported because they checked on me a whole lot more, but they had to mix my meds like right in front of me and not a pharmacist. The nurse had to do it. And I know she's done it like a ton of times. She was older than I was, and she's probably been a nurse for like 30 years at least, if not, yeah, probably 30 years. And so she knew exactly what she was doing. They had multiple people coming in for that med, but it was like, it was amazing to see her mix it up right there, because I'd never seen that. They just normally bring out the bag from the pharmacist that was next door at my last place. But yeah, like shoes, comfortable, everything comfortable as possible. Nothing that's going to be like digging into your stomach or anything. You could be a little nauseous during part of it. You could be a little anxious. Sometimes having something to kind of hold. I kind of held on to my hoodie, just kind of like a blanket, kind of like a stuffed animal almost, just to bring some comfort. And I usually wear like a claw clip in my hair, but just like in the car, you want to be able to put your head back. So something just like a regular scrunchie, putting in a messy bun, like no one cares. Really, no one cares there. And just being comfortable. Little snack, water. I mean, you could bring some hot tea in a canister of some kind. You could just have just like little comforts. Like what little comforts actually help you? So I hope that helps. I'll end it there. I think that's enough. And I can't position these very well on screen, so I'll end it there. Take care, everyone. And that's kind of bothering me. Take care, everyone. And I hope this helped. Let me know what you do, or let me know if you are about to get some infusions, or if maybe they're talking about it, maybe they're changing your meds up. I would love to know what you're going through. Take care, everyone. Like and subscribe on the way out if you enjoy this. Take care. Bye.